it will let me know. You got to make all that? Touch a weirdo.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I do.
It is receiving my content. Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm live. We live.
My lord.
We live,
Oh, my
baby.
lord.
Yeah. All right, guys.
Okay, don't be weird
This
about it.
is... Listen, cut it out. This is Dre41 with the homie Killer Frost, and this is another episode of Wrestling Rants and Review. On this episode today, we are going to be talking about the pay-per-view that comes on tonight. Kind of forgot what it was called. Let me see. It's one of the big four. The Royal Rumble. So yeah, with this, we'll just be giving some predictions in regards to who we think are, what we think is going to happen for the pay-per-view. Frost, anything to add to that?
Yes, it is Dre 41 day. It's gonna be a good day.
Wow, really?
Yes, it is.
That's what we're doing?
Yes, it is.
Lord have mercy.
Yeah, and spell check sucks. I tried going in a thing and spell check's terrible. It's terrible. iPhone, smartphone's not smart. Okay, so what are we going for with first?
Well, let's get the XFL thing. Let's do that. I mean, Vince McMahon
Why does JoJo look so dead inside?
Oh my goodness. Let's talk about the XFL and Vince McMahon stating that he is starting up the XFL again in 2 years, and this time finally taking some time to really put some effort into making sure that the XFL is completely different from the NFL.
Well, it wasn't really that. It wasn't because of that. It said that he did, when they made it, it was successful for what they did, for how fast they did it. What he said that they want to have like a preseason. They want to have everything set in stone, and then have like a preseason practice. This way, the teams can gel. I mean, they did gel towards the end of the seasons, but they probably would have been better if they would have had time. And that's what they're going to try to do, is make it so that they'll have time to gel and everything will be good. So that's way they'll be like a more solid game. And basically, he's going to take suggestions as far as like rules, because obviously, Tom Brady's got his own rule, and calls always go in favor of the Patriots. And this ain't hating Tom Brady. This is fact. I mean, come on, Pittsburgh and New England a few weeks ago. That just says it all. And he wants to make it so that it's like the NFL was like in the 80s. When it was actually, they played because they wanted championships, not because they're going for that $100 million contract and then do nothing after they get it.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully he sticks to the mantra that he had before: the paid to play, paid more to win. Quarterbacks got $3,000, everybody else got $2,500, and then they win. Then they get an extra. I think it was like $1,000 or $2,000, but it's pretty good payday for just to play for some football. But have you ever gone to a XFL game or?
Unfortunately, in 2001, I was barely a teenager, so I didn't go to any of those.
They were actually fun. Back then, I went to 4 to 5 home games. Walked up to the arena thing. I actually went to the Wiz. You remember the Wiz when it was around?
The store, yes.
They were trying to tell me and my friend, there's only $35 tickets left, and they were upper mezzanine in the Giant Stadium. We said we'll take our chance. We went up to the box office, like right at the stadium. $25. We were like 50-yard line. We were row 22, right on the yard. It was great. Giant Titantron video. Dan's going to talk about it on Thursday. I'm sure they'll knock it, which is really stupid because if anything, it gives them something else to talk about instead of reviewing everything every hour on the hour like they've been.
Mm-hmm.
You had the fireworks go off, and you'll see that in the video. They go boom, boom, boom every 20 yards, and then a whole big spectacle of fireworks and stuff, which was great in February when it was cold as hell.
Mm-hmm.
Because then you get that heat wave come by, you're like, oh, thank God, my fingers can thaw. But it's football like it should be. We're never going to see a Super Bowl in the snow. They're going to protect these players like NASCAR. They're going to wrap them up in bubble wrap, and they'll never get hurt. We're never going to have a game of football in elements. That's what XFL is going to give, because it's going to be after football. And the pains. I don't know if you do it, but I like to wait until the draft, and it drives me nuts because I'm like, oh, who are they going to get? They got to get this guy. And they have that free agency, and then everybody's doing the whole free agency. Oh, my God, he got signed. I didn't even know he was a free agent. Oh, my God, oh, my God, oh, my God. And then when the draft comes, You're waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting, and you're like, are you kidding me? They don't get a good player. Like the Miami Dolphins, my team. I know I got to stick with them. I need a second team. I was hoping to beat Jacksonville, but I'm telling you, it's just this will give us something to do in between. This will give us football. So this way we can have football almost all year round. How awesome would that be? That would be great. To give you an extra team to root for, right?
Mm-hmm.
And their stuff is cheap too. They don't charge a lot. I had an XFL football. It was half football, and on the other half, what they did was they coded the other half of it, and it was I don't know what this stuff was, but it was so that you could get players' signatures, and it stays on, and it was a collectible. But
Mm-hmm.
my mom had the house cleaned, and some guy stole it. But it's no, seriously, and plus hopefully they had the mics in their chest again when they're playing, because we were at like one end zone, and then when something happened at the other side, we could watch on a big Titantron. But all me and my friend were talking, like, yeah, it's cool, but we hear crash. We're like, what? And like everybody in the end zone in the other end zone was like, yeah, and it was so amplified. The mics and the excitement of the people, just like a WWE event when Stone Cold comes out, your hair jumps out of your skin. It
Mm-hmm.
was just like that. And you watch the guys, they stuffed them in the end zone. But then, of course, he got through the next time. But they stuffed them, and the place went nuts. And it's fun, and and even if they only had 15,000, like a WWE event, or 20,000 that go see it,
Mm-hmm.
it's still way more successful, you know what I mean, than most events. I mean, arena football's a joke. I think the most people they've ever had inside was like 2,000, 3,000. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
you double that, triple that, quadruple that. And then you got I mean, you gotta look at it too in another sense. When people start talking about it, they're gonna make it football. They're gonna make it like it was. Obviously, the season's gonna be shorter, so they're not gonna have to worry about beating them down. Certain players that are free agents might be coming in there, kind of like WWE wrestling and other wrestling things. You might get somebody like Darrell Revis. He's at the end of his thing. I'll go there play. The last time it was out, a bunch of people. Tommy Maddox took Pittsburgh Steelers that next year. Took Pittsburgh Steelers to the playoffs, to the championship game. They lost, but he took them there.
Mm-hmm.
XFL rejuvenated his career because he played for the Los Angeles, whatever it was, and they won the XFL championship. So it can rejuvenate their career, give people something to watch, give you a team to root for. Bring Sundays, you get your chips, your snacks. It'll be good you know, for the chips, soda people, for the companies, because they'll be getting to watch it. People got to give it a chance. Unlike Donald Trump, people got to not knock it. Just let it go. Give it a whole season. Then make your comments, and then just enjoy it. It's just like if you go to the park and you see, a bunch of people playing basketball.
Mm-hmm.
I can't play basketball, but you watch a good game. These people are on the same level because they're friends and they're, obviously a couple better than the others. It's just like taking the NFL's second string versus second string or third string versus third string. You're going to get the same quality game as a first string. Like you could take Eagles and Philly. You could take this Super Bowl and put it up against the XFL's Super Bowl, like their version of it. It's the same quality game because they're on the same level. And people need to understand that. It's not a matter of who's better, who's not. They're on the same level. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, it's just something extra to do. It's something people need to embrace at this time instead of talking crap like Imus did. And then when I told him what I wanted to say, he was going to put me on the air, and he didn't. And he got off the subject. And this guy was flip-flopping, agreeing with everybody, whether they were negative or positive about it.
Mm-hmm.
Watch it, enjoy it. It'll give us some good hits. Maybe some of those folly DVDs that we used to get for the NFL. When people would like have those catches where it rolls off their head and this, and you don't see that in the NFL, right? Have you?
Well,
When's the last time you've seen some good follies?
I mean, it's the NFL is very a very controlled company. I
Yeah,
mean, it's
anal. They're anally tight. Like, no, don't do that. No, don't do that. No. And it's just even the tackles are like, you know.
mm-hmm.
I mean, that hit on Gronk was great. That little man knocking out Gronk. But other than that, it'll give us stuff that we liked, and even people like you or younger than you in their 20s that really didn't get to see the NFL with like Marino, like Elway, like with Elway. I hated Elway. I know he's your favorite team. He would be losing a game, and he'd got that big teeth, that big head. He'd be like, pew pew touchdown, 90,000-yard touchdown. And it was like, I hate you, Elway, because he would bring it. He would win out of nowhere. Like you couldn't do that at the beginning of the game. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And it's just it'll be fun. Plus, you never know. There might be some people who don't make it to the NFL. Go there, shine so bright. Go to the NFL and do something really good, possibly for your favorite team. You know, you never know. So it's kind of good. You know, everybody projects people when they come out of the draft like this guy's gonna be great, and he doesn't amount to anything. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So with the XFL, these guys might show some real skill and suddenly get some contracts and be like, oh no, now they're not playing in XFL next year. Damn it. But they'll be on your team. So think of it kind of like a longer combine for players who didn't get the chance or didn't get to go to the combine. You know? So, and then some of the guys coming off could go there and show you some magical stuff. I mean, Richard Sherman, whatever happened to him, man? He was turning into Deion Sanders. Nope.
Yeah, it kind of fell off.
Right. Adrian Peterson leaves the Vikings and they go to the playoffs. What? So it's like, you know, it's going to be good. Hopefully people give it a chance and don't knock it and just let it roll. Because Vince it's nothing to do with wrestling. His Alpha company, totally different. Hopefully people will give it a chance. And if anybody has any comments on it or questions, you know, let us know. We can talk about stuff. So what do you feel about it?
I mean, with it, I mean, it's not much information. We just got to wait and see what happens in 2 more years once they get everything that they need. All the information that's in regards to making it safer. I mean, Vince McMahon said that he doesn't want anybody with a criminal record. So that, I mean, it's going to be a clean organization. And this time,
you just made a great point. You made a great point. He is not the commissioner of the NFL. He doesn't put up with the crap that he does. He doesn't even let it through the door. And even if there's a Enzo Amore hint, you're gone. You're gone.
Yeah, and
that's it. But he does give them a fair shot too.
No, that's definitely true. But I from what he was saying, it definitely seems like he's looking for a particular type of player. Now, I mean, a lot of people are saying, "Oh, well, you know, the XFL isn't going to be that great, and this, that, and the third." But you got to think about it. And let's put this into the conversation, and people give this some thought. When you're thinking about the XFL, don't sit there and make it seem like they're not getting the same type of talent that the NFL is, because they're getting the college players. They're getting the people who might have got cut from NFL teams. And you got to think about it. Are the Browns good? No. How many NFL teams have went under 500 in a season? A lot. So
think about it. It's like the NXT of football.
Yeah, and you know, right. So you got to look at it from a standpoint of the XFL is going to be what the NFL, everything the NFL isn't. So you're going to see guys who might shine, who could have had the opportunity because they didn't have the opportunity in the NFL because they already had starters. So yeah, the person on the sidelines, you're not going to get to see play. But now in the XFL, they have the opportunity to shine. The XFL is going to build characters, number one. Vince McMahon already knows how to do that. Everybody has copied off of professional wrestling in regards to building characters out of their athletes. The NFL did it. UFC does it. Hey, Grove City, what's good? Everybody's copying off of professional wrestling to get characters out of these players. You even see it on ESPN now. They're doing their specials on the XFL and He Hate Me and just talking about him. They had a special on ESPN talking about how they were able to have footballs to have more grip, that they sanded them down so they have more grip during wet games. You know what I'm saying? But okay,
yeah, so, just like Grove City said, he said they need big names, but you got to think about this too, Grove. If you think about it, there's gonna be players like even Johnny Manziel, totally, and do so amazing. And like I'm not just talking just like by scoring touchdowns.
Johnny Manziel is trash,
but he can have players on. No, I'm just saying it's possible. Tommy Maddox was the same, and he went to the championship with Pittsburgh. I mean, come on. I mean, and if you think about it too, like developing people, these are people that have been sitting on the sidelines. Like Jeff Brom was he got knocked out 2 3 times and brought to the hospital on a stretcher, and he would come back the next week and he would win. This guy was good. He took the hits, and he was in the XFL because the Indianapolis Colts had that. The NFL has a thing called, what's that called? Oh yeah, salary cap. And it's not.
Well, I think the XFL will
So he
too. I
couldn't
mean,
get a
Vince
job.
McMahon doesn't.
No, XFL
Well,
will probably be the same.
no, because Vince owns it now. Vince owns the whole thing. Before it was a 50-50 with NBC. Now it's just 100% Vince. I'm pretty sure him and his backers.
Anybody that on here that listens to this that tweets to Vince McMahon or anything, flood this to Vince McMahon. This would help.
Oh goodness, don't
Howard
do that.
Stern. He was on. No. He was on Howard Stern when the XFL was out, and Howard Stern asked him a really good question. He goes, "When will someone like me be able to buy my own franchise?" See, that would be good. As long as he doesn't own every single team.
He is going to own everything. Once again, this is 100% Vince.
No, but he said he's still going to take advice from the fans. He's going to ask questions.
Yeah.
People should say that. When can people own? And
but you got to think about it. He's giving up.
Why not?
He's giving up control. When you do that, you're giving up control. Yes, you're going to have rules and regulations, but you're also giving up control to the guy who this is his baby.
Well,
this is his original creation.
It'll actually loosen the workload.
It will.
But
I mean, there's 2 years to see. I don't mind them actually putting out franchises for it. I don't mind doing that because it allows more millionaires to possibly be more in control of how sports.
Well, Parcells is too old. I don't think Parcells' wheelchair can make it onto the field.
Oh my
But yeah,
goodness.
like Bill Cowler, yeah, people like that would be good. But he's that's actually good because he's a commentary guy, a broadcast guy. That would actually work for him. If he was to coach a team, and even other coaches like Jeff Fisher or this or that. I don't know if he's still in the Rams or not, but like people like that, yeah, that would be good. But see, that's the whole thing though. If you let people own their own team, all they're doing is trading players between. They're doing the workload that Vince doesn't have to do. You know what I'm saying? And like they had this kicker who they took off of what do you call it? That was actually working on roofs of houses and stuff. And he became a kicker in the XFL, and he got a job. He couldn't make it in the NFL, even though he took his shoe off and kicked barefoot. Regardless, he got a job. See, that's what's good. But if you had that would actually help if you had your own owners, because then they can work with like say Stephen Ross at the Dolphins. Let NFL owners own it, because then they could take players that would be a great idea. They could take players like Major League Baseball, and say when they put them on that, what do they call that list where they're there, the practice squad. They could put them into XFL to get work so that they're ready for the next season, because a lot of those veterans, they don't show up for the training camp because they feel they don't have to, and they get hurt and they don't amount to shit, like Ndamukong Suh. Pardon my French, sorry. But Ndamukong Suh did that, and he hasn't been as good because he doesn't go to those because he feels he doesn't have to. This would be good. If they own it, they could send them to the XFL, the team they own, and then they could work and they can, get that exercise in and get that conditioning. That would actually work. That actually makes sense, though, because then they could send them down to that, like kind of like the minor leagues. This could be like a minor league football league, which would be awesome.
Yeah. Okay, so I mean, yeah, we'll see. I mean, it's 2 years. I mean, this is all all
like
stuff
a B
that
league,
we think,
but it's still the same. If you took the New England Patriots and the Eagles that are playing next Sunday, and you took their second string players and you put them against each other, you're going to get the same quality game as you are the first strings, because that's the level they're at. Regardless of the level, it's still going to be a good game. I mean, they're professionals. It's still going to be a good game. Now, if you took the New England Patriots first string versus the Eagles second string, of course it's going to be a massacre. So it's still going to be the same game. It's just different. And guys are going to be trying harder because they're going to want contracts. They're going to want to show the NFL what they got.
Well, before there's, once again, this is all just, talk. Because we don't know. There's really nothing towards the XFL, except how the helmets look. And that's about it. They're probably going to start with the same teams, but, I mean, once we get more information, I actually follow Alpha Entertainment and XFL on social media. So once we get more information, because I feel like I need more information on it, because I can't really, I can't really speak on it because it's not.
That's possible.
It's not any information. Well, who? What if they get Romo? I mean, he doesn't have anything else to do. He knows football, even though he's
got
not a
$100
great.
million. Yeah.
Why? By all means, he probably do it. No problem.
Or even if he was a coach, he
Yeah,
could be a
maybe.
coach.
Okay.
Yeah, why
So
not?
yeah, we still got 2 years to wait. I want to get more information on the XFL before we. Oh, quick little fun fact: the XFL didn't mean anything. A lot of people thought that it meant Extreme Football League, but that was already trademarked by somebody else. So literally, XFL means absolutely nothing. It's just three letters.
People called it not. People didn't call it the extreme. They called it the exciting.
No, well, even then, but no, it literally what there was. If you Google it right now or Wikipedia it or whatever way you want to look it up, XFL means absolutely nothing. It doesn't. It doesn't.
Yeah.
It's not. It's nothing. But okay. We got we did 20 minutes of XFL. Let's get into the predictions for the 2018 Royal Rumble. Let's start with the women, ladies first. Let's not do who's gonna win yet. Surprise entrance. I'm thinking honestly, Ronda Rousey. I think Ronda Rousey is gonna be in there.
Training.
Yeah. I think Ronda Rousey is definitely going to be in there, mainly because they gotta pull the trigger on her soon, because if word around the campfire is they're trying to get her to face Charlotte at WrestleMania. So when better to start than the Royal Rumble? Do you see any legends coming in? Medusa, not.
Tori Wilson. Tori Wilson.
Tori can't wrestle.
Wilson, like they said, yeah, she's a fitness guru. She's made of butter and tofu. She just tells people how to live their life and get into shape. She's not. But they did say though, I did some scooping. They did say that the Underwear Taker and Michelle McRibs were in Philly, and they had pictures of them like with their suitcase going into the hotel yesterday or Friday, and then they were by the Rocky. What do you call it? Well, yeah, she was there at the thing, but people also said that Caitlyn. They were putting rumors out there because she thought, and it was just on the list.
I watched a video with her talking about that, and she said that sometimes they will call you the day of. So she doesn't even know yet. She wasn't well, it could be kayfabe, but she's saying, "Can you hear me?"
Yeah, you're cutting in and out a little here and there.
Okay, well, as long as they can hear me, it's fine. She was saying in the video that WWE can't call her like the day of and fly her out to the Royal Rumble. She's still wrestling. She's taking shows.
But she said they do that.
Yeah, she did say they do that.
That's why she started back up. But she said they did that again. She goes, they used to do that. They call you 2 days before.
Mm-hmm.
And Molly Holly too. All her family and friends were like, "You're gonna be in it." She's like, "What?" And she called WWE, and she's like, "No." See, I would love to see her come back more than Hardcore Country did. I would like to see Molly Holly. She was I liked her better. I don't know.
You like Molly Holly?
Even with the drama.
Any chance that Bobby shows up? Hold on, we got Danny Jones saying big chance Bobby Lashley shows up tonight. But we're not. Hold on, we'll get to the guys. We'll get to the guys, but we're gonna handle the women first.
But here's my issue. Here's my issue with the surprise entrance for men and women, is that one, it would be really cool if a surprise entrant won. Two, Beth Phoenix, she was one of my favorites, but then as soon as she got good, she got married, pregnant, and quit. So to me, it's like, why have a surprise entrance if they're just going to get tossed over? If they're not going to be with the company, it's kind of pointless. AJ came in, what? Place went crazy.
True.
Didn't win, but he's with the company.
Mm-hmm.
Why bring them in if they're not going to stay? Well, RVD, one of a kind. Don't really care. He'll be gone tomorrow.
Oh my goodness. Well, listen, let's stick to the women yet, and then get to the guys. But do you see? I think they are going to have Asuka in it. Asuka. I see. Here's my problem. Here's my problem.
Yeah, he'll make you a Tori Wilson.
No, listen, Tori Wilson goes to the Rumble. You owe me a call of my choice. Tori Wilson will not be in the Royal Rumble. I guarantee it. She didn't know how to wrestle when she was in wrestling. What makes you think 10 years or 15 years after she left, she's going to be able to know now? No. Grove, you're bugging.
Yeah.
I'll say this. They don't announce, and it's crazy because this year they haven't announced a lot of people for the Rumble, so that's a good thing. So now it's going to be a situation where it's going to be a lot of surprises, which I'll be happy about. I expect them to bring in NXT people. I just don't know who. Like that's the surprising thing. They might bring in some. I don't remember WWE besides last year's WrestleMania with them bringing in the Hardys ever like bringing somebody in but keeping it a secret. Like they spilled the beans on NXT because that was NXT signees. As far as other people go, I'm not too sure, but I'm hoping that at least Ronda Rousey is one of the surprise entrants for the Royal Rumble. I would be very happy to
Yeah, that
see
would be
that.
good.
All right, so
I
let's
could
do
see
the guys.
AJ Lee coming back and taking on.
That's never
I
gonna
could see
happen.
AJ Lee coming in too.
Never gonna
But I
happen.
could see her taking on, dude. Oh, AJ Lee. Oh, taking on Alexa Bliss. That would be great. They're the same size, both crazy. It'd be good. It would be a really good storyline too.
It might be. It
Jordan
might be.
can't act but can wrestle. Yeah.
All right, so the guys. Now, here's the thing. Word around the campfire, and I'm going to say this right now. I'm with those people around the campfire. Shinsuke Nakamura has to win the Royal Rumble. I'm just hold on. I'm gonna say my piece. Shinsuke Nakamura needs to win the Royal Rumble. Number one, to have that main event match with AJ Styles at WrestleMania. That will be a great wrestling match. There's been such a long time and such a gap of time that has been going by since there's been a great main event WWE championship match at WrestleMania. And AJ Styles and Shinsuke Nakamura can do that. If you don't believe me, type in AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura Wrestle Kingdom. You see that match, they can do that but on a grander scale. And that would boost those two superstars to the next level. I feel like AJ Styles is a top guy on SmackDown, but they need to bring Shinsuke to that same level too. And I think a main event match at WrestleMania for the championship will do that. They have to do that. Now, surprise.
No.
Hold on.
See.
Let me get my surprise. Let me get my surprises in. Surprises. I'm gonna say Mike Canales shows back up because he got in better shape. I'm gonna say.
Wait, they let him go?
No, he's still there. He's just doing like house shows. They don't have him on TV. It's crazy. It makes no sense. They're gonna bring in some NXT. I want to see Aleister Black maybe go in there. Maybe Adam Cole. That would be good.
Yeah.
That would be
That'd
good.
Be cool.
But what about you?
Cool. Me? Someone said Bobby Lashley. That would be probably the best person to go in, win it, and take on Brock Lesnar.
Come
on. That makes a lot of sense.
Roman Reigns is facing Brock Lesnar. Roman Reigns is facing Brock Lesnar. We know this already.
No.
Come on. You
Why?
Don't know this?
Again?
You don't.
No.
What?
No, think about it. If you have a surprise entrant come in and win, if Roman Reigns, well, obviously Roman Reigns ain't gonna win the Royal Rumble because nobody cares. They really don't. And I honestly think someone like Seth Rollins probably could win it because they're probably gonna drop the titles tonight.
No, they're tag team champions.
Is hurt. Nah, but he's hurt though. That's why he hasn't been wrestling. Jason Jordan hasn't been wrestling. So, and they can't hold that up for too long. So, I mean, honestly, I would love to see. Because I'm pretty sure tomorrow night, Authors of Pain are going to show up on Raw. They're probably since they lost last
but
night.
Hold on, let's not do Raw yet. Let's not do Raw yet. Let's stick to Royal Rumble tonight, Sunday.
That they'll probably be in there, but they'll be in there to do some destroying. So to kind of set up the whole tag thing, that's why I say he's going to lose. That's why I think Seth Rollins might, because it's time he gets pushed. Maybe even Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns, because we still have Elimination Chamber next month. Surprise entrance. Honestly, I think if Adam Cole went in there and won, got real sneaky, it'd be cool. Aleister Black, he's like a booty Undertaker. To me, he looks around like, oh, I have mystical. No, you're not. You're annoying. No one wants to see the tattoos on your legs. I mean, come on.
Oh,
you know what I mean? I mean, he doesn't really have a look. Undertaker had a look, and he refined his look. He just got on the tidy chunks to like.
But wait a minute, you can't say anything about Aleister. When you talking about Aleister?
He doesn't. Yeah, I just
he
don't
just
see it.
got there. You can't sit. Come on, you don't even watch NXT enough.
You said you would like to see it. No, you said you would like it
because I watched his matches. He performs great matches. That's why.
But I think probably, in Groove City's got a good idea. I really think, honestly, Finn Balor would and challenge AJ Styles so that they
No,
could
they don't
have
get to
they could
choose.
have
You're on a
the Bullet
show.
Club.
He's on
Yeah, they
Raw.
do.
No, you can't
No, that's how
choose.
they switch people.
No, you can't
No,
choose. You on a show.
no,
How
because they
you
do
on
have the
Raw and
shakeup.
you get to
They
no
have because they have
after
the shakeup after
after
They have the shakeup.
WrestleMania.
They they have the shakeup after WrestleMania, and they switch titles like they switched the IC title. It's about time they put the heavyweight title on Raw and the Universal on SmackDown. It's time to change it. It's been 2 years.
No,
You know what I mean? Tag team stays the same, women stays the same. The IC in the US changed last year. It's time for their titles to change, and I really think if he took the title from him, that could happen. And then
hold on.
and then they could say Raw has both champions. Raw has both
That's never
champions
gonna
on
happen.
Monday
That's
Night
never
Raw,
gonna happen.
and then
But
they switch the draft.
here's the disclaimer. With the surprises in the Royal Rumble that we're saying, we're not saying they're going to go to the main roster. We're just saying for just Royal Rumble surprise entrances. That's it. I don't expect them to win.
Shake it up.
We don't expect them to win. There just should be some surprises. That's all. That's all we're saying. We're not saying that they're going to go to the main.
I'm sure the Dudleys and Razor Ramon might be in it.
Yeah, cut
They
it
said
out.
he's in really good shape.
Cut it out.
What?
He would
Kevin Nash was
really.
in it when he was falling over. What?
Kevin Nash.
He's wrestling on the Indies. He's doing
No,
shows.
he's not. Kevin Nash is
Scott Hall was.
Scott
Hall was.
No, he's not. No, he's not. Oh, get out of here.
Jake the Snake also said he wants to be in the Rumble. Doesn't mean they have to win, but
He's
he can show up and it's a good pop.
What are you gonna do? Get a couple of DDTs in? Nah. Like, get some new.
Yeah.
Listen, here's what I say. Here's what I think with this year's Royal Rumble and it even being in 2018. I think it's about time that there's a paradigm shift where out with the old and with the new. Let's be honest. The one guy who's bringing in the most talent right now is Triple H. Triple H is looking towards the Indies. Fact. With War Machine, with Shinsuke Nakamura, with Kevin Owens, with all these guys, he has an independent mindset because he sees where the product is going, what people like to see, and people like to see indie guys on the big stage, which is fine. That's great. I would love to see that too. That's why he signed Ricochet. That's why he signed War Machine. That's why he signed EC3, because these are indie guys. Well, not EC3, and not even War Machine really. But these
What's he going by? Is he going by?
It's EC3. I don't think they're going to say his name is Ethan Carter the third. I think they're just calling him EC3. I mean that's how they introduced him. That's how when they interviewed him they called him EC3. So I'm just going to go with that. Let's talk about. Oh wait a minute. Who do you think is going to win the Rumble? You didn't say that. They need to bring
people in. Who I think? I think probably Finn because they're doing the club now because of what Cody Rhodes is doing in America with the Bullet Club. I think they're going to try to steal the thunder, and the best way to do it is to give Finn back his belt and get the help from the club. I really think that's going to happen. I really think and I would like to see Finn versus Lesnar. Then he has to deal with the club because if you notice, Finn's kind of doing a turn where he's being a real.
But that's what he's supposed to be. He's supposed to be that because he was worse in New Japan.
Exactly.
Oh, he had such a potty mouth in New Japan.
That's what I'm saying.
It's going to be a watered down version. Well, okay. Here's my assessment of Finn Balor because honestly, in my heart of hearts, I honestly think Shinsuke is going to win. Here's why. And I'm gonna. It has to be somebody from SmackDown that wins because Brock Lesnar is going to face Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns is going to be number one contender.
Yeah, it's 2 months, dude.
Roman Reigns is going to become number one contender without the Royal Rumble. He is.
You're looking at all these dirt sheets. You're looking at all these dirt sheets. Did you see the true thing? No. Did you see the true thing that's out there? Somebody's putting out there, and they're showing proof that Roman Reigns is still doing steroids, and he's
it was a steroid scandal because the doctor is being subpoenaed, and Roman Reigns' name was one. Okay, but he was already suspended for that. That was a while ago. What I'm talking about is now with us knowing they'll find a way without having Roman Reigns win the Royal Rumble to have him face Brock Lesnar. That's not difficult. They do it on Raw all the time. But regardless of that, my pick, Shinsuke Nakamura. Your pick is Roman Reigns. Who now? Let's see what the people are saying. Roman will win the Elimination Chamber.
Yeah,
Mike K. Yeah, sure. Velveteen Dream might be in the Rumble. I wouldn't mind that. Velveteen is very. It's very entertaining. Grove City said Black is number one contender. No way he gets a bump to main. No, once again, we'll never sit there and say that they're getting bumped up to main. We're just saying for Royal Rumble purposes, for surprise entrance, like
For pops.
for pop's sake. I mean, but let's go with championship matches.
What if? Let's all cross our fingers and toes. It's really wild and out there, but it is a Royal Rumble, and you know the Royal Rumble has no rules as to who comes in.
What?
And WWE has a working relationship with Ring of Honor. They do.
No, that's not gonna happen.
If you go,
that's not gonna happen.
No.
No, they
Cody
do got a relationship. No, that's not gonna happen.
That would be sick.
That's not gonna happen. That will not happen.
Oh, the Bullet Club versus the Balor Club.
Nope.
That would be insane.
Now we're going into fantasy land. We're going into fantasy land.
Well,
subscribe to his channel. No, we're not going into fantasy land. We got to keep it at least a little bit realistic. Nakamura or Finn to win the Rumble by Blue Chrome.
I say Finn. I say Finn.
I say Nakamura.
I say Finn would win the Rumble. I don't see. He's too skinny and he can't talk. So if Elimination Chamber, if Nakamura wins the elimination, if Nakamura wins, wait, is Elimination Chamber Raw or SmackDown or both? Isn't it both?
I want to say it's Raw. Elimination Chamber, both. I think is no. I don't think so.
Because both are number one contender matches. I don't know. I still say Finn. I think Finn.
All right. Well,
nobody wants to see Roman Reigns. Nobody does. Nobody. The Shield kind of watered down already now that Dean got hurt, and even after he got hurt, it's like they wore their own shirts. They didn't even stick to it. They just do it when they're together. It's just stupid. They brought it back, and then they didn't bring it back. They're pulling that crap again. What they need to do is they need to just let Roman Reigns go for another title, the IC title.
The big homie DZ the Realist agrees with me. He said Nakamura needs to win. I'm running with Nakamura. Nakamura is going to win. Nakamura and Samoa Joe feud was a great match. Your NXT, my man. Oh, watch your NXT. Yo, listen. Okay, so what about championship matches? Let's go into championship matches. So for the Universal Championship, do we see Brock Lesnar coming out of this as the victor? Yes. I'm gonna say yes. What about you?
Yeah, definitely. Because they said that Braun Strowman had the best year out of any superstar.
So we're gonna say that. So we're gonna say that Kane eats the pin tonight. He's gonna take the loss.
Yeah, nobody. Yeah, because Kane's just a filler, just because we already saw the Brock Lesnar versus Lesnar match, and how Lesnar won was crappy, which shows you that Lesnar can't beat him. And they're kind of saying that it's probably going to be, I don't know why, but Strowman will get an IC title shot at WrestleMania. So I'm pretty sure that, against The Miz, because he still has issues with The Miz. So I'm going to have to go with that, I think. And it's sad, because honestly, I think, or what would really be cool? Okay, I'm going to change it real quick. That's it.
Goodness.
I either think Finn's gonna, or after the title match, I think Braun Strowman's going to get screwed, and he'll go into the Royal Rumble and he'll win it. That I would love to see. An angry monster throwing everybody out. That would be crazy. That would make my night.
All right,
that would be awesome.
What about the WWE Championship match? AJ Styles 2-on-1, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn.
Well, obviously it's going to be AJ. I mean, come on. I honestly think that. I don't know. I mean, they're gonna the Bullet Club, former Bullet Club's going to be in the building. I mean, they could help him. I mean, I don't know, or someone. I think someone's going to help AJ or something, because you can't just have one match against both of them and then end the whole storyline. I think there's going to be something that happens. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But then again, I'm also thinking possibly that we'll have the first time ever, which would make it good for a good Royal Rumble, co-champions. And what'll happen is you're going to find out that it was actually Shane McMahon who was behind it. Or Daniel Bryan turns heel, and then we have Shane McMahon because we're going to see Shane McMahon versus Daniel Bryan at WrestleMania. That's what it's building to. So either one of them, it's going to go. Either one of them is going to go bad guy. I'm going with that.
All right. Well, with me, I'm going to be honest.
He's getting screwed.
The Universal and WWE Championship is going to be retained. Neither one of those belts are going to change tonight. That's honestly what I feel like. I see them both going into WrestleMania as the main eventers, defending the belts at WrestleMania. So the title matches, not too I don't think anything's gonna happen with that. What other matches do we have for the Royal Rumble? Let's see. Let's see.
AJ's gonna win. Promoting AJ as champion. Yeah, but that's well, they're promoting him as champion because he's a champion. But that's the thing is though, think about it. If AJ wins, however it is he wins, it's gonna be boring. The best way to win to really shake up SmackDown is to have co-champions, and then if you do, you gotta have somebody who
You're
helps him.
bugging.
Or
Co-champions is whack.
and somebody screws him.
Co-champions is whack.
Well, New Day does it. New Day does it.
Oh, hold on. Okay, hold on. We got the kickoff shows. Let's do this because the kickoff shows are. Oh my goodness, we got some good. Okay, so the women. Okay, all right, cool. So let's do kickoff. Bobby Roode defends the title against. Oh, in the open challenge. Who's gonna challenge him in the open challenge match?
God, it better not be. No, it better not be. No, it better not be Dolph. It better not. Honestly, because I really don't want to see that. That's just stupid. That's just dragging out a storyline for no reason. Mm-hmm. And nobody cares. They've already had 4 matches. Nobody cares. And Dolph's better. He beat him at the rubber match, so it's all good. We don't need it. No. I honestly, an open challenge, you know, would be super sick, man.
What's that?
Beer money battles for the U.S. title.
Oh goodness.
That would be sick.
Oh
that
my
would
goodness.
Be sick. James Storm. How better and a huge pop. Sorry about your damn luck, and he comes.
That would be good. That would be good. Or maybe Bobby Lashley.
That would be sick.
Maybe Bobby Lashley will come out. Bobby versus Bobby. Never know.
Yo, you're a realist, man. I swear, I'm gonna send you a lot of hate mail if you don't show up. You keep pushing it, man. You getting me happy. You get me excited. If it don't happen, I'm gonna be mad.
All right. We got another kickoff show. I mean, another kickoff match. We got
Dave,
Luke Gallows.
Yeah, you can listen to Dave. Dave. It's good.
Well, we got
I used to read his stuff in the 80s in the magazines.
Balor Club versus Revival. The Revival is being jobbed out. Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson are going to win.
That's stupid.
They're jobbing them out, just like they did on Raw 25. It was terrible. They jobbed them out.
I think it's gonna be a no contest. I think it's gonna be a double disqualification.
Really?
If you think about it, yeah, because they're a good tag team. You can't crap on them, and Triple H and Vince McMahon love them. I mean, they love them. So I don't think they're gonna dump on them. They brought them to Raw for a reason because there's better competition. Okay. It's more their style. I really think so.
I'm going with Balor Club. You can go with Revival. I think the Balor Club is going to win because of Triple H. We got another one. This one you'll probably have no interest in. And I'm just talking to Frost. This is Kalisto, Lindsay Dorado, and Grand Metalik versus Drew Gulak, Jack Gallagher, and TJ Perkins in a 6-man. I just want it to be exciting. Can care less who wins. I just want it to be exciting. That's a throwaway match.
Wait, what? We're still live? Oh, crap.
We got Rollins and Jordan versus The Bar for the Tag Team Championship. Who do you got in this one? I hope The Bar get it back. I want The Bar to get it back.
Yeah, because Jason Jordan, they said his belt. Yeah, they said his back is actually, he's got back problems, and the doctors can't pinpoint what it is. So he's going to need some time off. And I think what's going to happen is he's either going to screw Seth Rollins out of it by like walking away and kind of being like, playing his whole I'm injured thing, or he's going to get so demolished that they're going to carry him off, and it's going to be because of that. And then when he comes back, he'll be in prime shape. But yeah, they never should. I'm sorry, they never should have.
Well, I don't know. I mean, you know how they keep guys with their injuries as long as they're okay. Like, even Sheamus is injured right now, but they still got him wrestling. So, you know, we'll see what happens with that. I'm still saying that The Bar needs to win back the championships. After that, we got the Usos versus Gable and Benjamin in a 2 out of 3 falls match. Who?
They're gonna get it.
Gable and Benjamin.
Gable, they have to.
See, you're a fan of Gable. That's why.
Stupid. No, dude, you have to admit, everybody anybody that listens to it has to agree, Gable is like a mini Mil Mascaraz. I mean, the stuff that he does in the ring, this guy has he's Hall of Fame, easy. I mean, he's just insane. He is so good. I would love for Gable to be on Raw. I'd rather see him against Finn, Seth. You know what I mean? I think SmackDown's not a good place it's not really technical-ish. I think that the better people are for him on Raw. I really think that when they do a shake-up, they need to put him on Raw. Because, dude, the stuff that he does is crazy. Even put him in the cruiserweight thing. Have put him against cruiserweights, dude. He's crazy good. I mean, just the stuff he does. And he's getting jacked. So he's lifting up like 230-pound guys and suplexing them. Come on. Chad Gable's the real deal, man. He's the real deal.
And Fai said Goldust.
Really is,
Goldust is not. Goldust could be in the Rumble, but he's not going to do anything.
Goldust for the win.
Goldust
awesome.
is going to WrestleMania.
That would be awesome.
That would be terrible.
But then again, remember though. Santino Marella. He was the second to last guy in there. Everybody thought he was going to win, and then he did nothing but retire.
Well, because he got a messed up neck. What do you want from him?
Oh, the Bullet Club shows up, and it's Goldust and Cody Rhodes, and Cody Rhodes wins for the title at WrestleMania.
Cut it out. I'm going to say I think the Usos are going to retain. I think I see the Usos losing it maybe to AOP. Maybe AOP goes to SmackDown. Maybe they go there and get it in.
No.
Why not?
Dude, could you imagine? No. Because like I said before, and they did what I said with Braun Strowman. Now all they need to do is have Paul Ellering manage Braun Strowman to put him under control, and he has those three guys, the new Legion of Doom. Oh my God, can you imagine?
Why did it need to be the new Legion of Doom? Why can't it just be the AOP?
Because he needs somebody. Because he's gonna have to have a manager eventually. Even Big Show did. He's gonna have to, and it ain't gonna be Paul Heyman. So you think about it. If you have Paul Ellering with Braun Strowman versus Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman, then this way you got two of the best minds in wrestling with the two of the best wrestlers, like biggest monsters. I mean, it's just you guys want Wednesday spoilers? My bro, I went to take over.
And they did the tape-ins before the pay-per-view. No, don't. Do not sit there and say what happens. I want to be surprised. I am not in it for the spoilers. I don't need that in my life. Thank you.
Oh, you can send them. Go to my Twitter. It's just my Twitter. So, and I'll you could tell me them.
Wow, really? You're really gonna take that?
Yeah, because most of it's because
you're not even gonna watch it.
I never watch it after the pay-per-view because after the pay-per-view, it's like the year-end of review. They're just gonna review everything that happened Saturday with one or two matches. Mm-hmm. It's stupid. It really is. They do. I don't know why. It's annoying.
Wow. I would be
so depressed if Goldust went home.
He probably would. He'd probably be the last four.
That'd be awesome. But think about it, though, Cody. I mean, it could go so many ways. But honestly, Mr. Negativity, my power's coming on right now. I'm going to say it. I have a strong feeling that it's just going to be the whole card's going to be better than the actual Royal Rumble. I have a feeling that they're just going to end it where they're like, what?
I can't run with that.
I don't know.
I can't run with that.
It's not like they haven't done it before.
It has happened before. Yes, that's very true. But what I'm saying to you is I think that this year's Royal Rumble is going to show the change that's going to happen. Like I said, I feel like
Jersey. He's from Connecticut.
Yeah, CT in the building. Rich. I'm not. But yeah, I'm really like interested in seeing how this Royal Rumble, because this is the road to WrestleMania. I mean, this is going to show how the rest of the year is going to go, because they're going to have to put the guys who they want at the top into those positions to be on the WrestleMania card. That's what I see happening. If you don't care, I don't care if you break your elbow. What? Gargano and Ciampa in the Rumble, then go back to NXT and have a match. I wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't mind that at all. That would actually be a good thing if they did that. I mean, let them fight. I mean, here's the funny thing, and this is completely off the Royal Rumble. Last night, when they were having the main event match, you could see that there was a TV under the ring, and so that whole time I was like, "No, for real." There was a TV under the ring, and you've seen it. So it was like, who's about to interfere? Somebody's going to interfere. Who's going to interfere? Who's coming out? The whole match, I was just like, Tommaso Ciampa was going to attack Johnny Gargano. I knew it. And that was they kicked that. Johnny Gargano kicks out of everything. Literally everything. How he's not one of the top guys on NXT makes no sense. How could somebody kick out of every move in the world and still not be champion? I don't get that. It just doesn't make sense.
They brought his wife in, and they talked about how his wife's now with the company. So
no, she is.
They're going to be a power couple, which is cool.
She is with the company.
Yeah, so
she interfered in last night's match.
No. No, I know. She didn't interfere. She helped because what's her face interfered. But that's the thing though. They're gonna make them as a power couple, which is good. And you wanna with guys like this, it's the one thing that they don't do really anymore. Is you wanna drag out their career. You wanna do everything possible that they used to do in the past to make their career last longer. I mean, Randy Orton's taking time off. He'll be in a Rumble, but he's only doing like TV tapings or TV live events
Hmm.
because he's taken time off again because he's been there so long and he's done everything. You gotta like drag it out more, and he takes more vacations. He's like George Bush. He takes more vacations than anybody. Seriously.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we'll see what happens. But this is the prediction show. Should we do a after show after the Rumble to talk about that? Should we do that?
Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah.
we'll do it.
Anybody gonna be on to give
I
us
would hope
their
so.
reactions,
Guys,
no
listen,
matter how
we'll
angry
be
they are?
back on right after the Royal Rumble to do another live stream of what we thought about the Rumble and the people who are winning and going to be main eventing WrestleMania. And if there's new champions, we'll talk about that as well. Anything you want to say to the people, to the stream?
Yeah. Yeah. Groove City said that NXT main event was match of the year candidate.
He just kicked out of a lot.
Honestly,
He kicked out of a lot of stuff.
honestly, no, but honestly, no. Honestly, every match that they have every night should be considered match of the year. They have the people to do it. They have people they're not even using, so that so these people like Gargano don't have to be used night in and night out. They just need to let everybody give the best match of their career every time they're on TV. And why they don't do it, I don't know. Like when someone disappears and comes back, they disappears and come back. They could all do that. They just need to how to program it better. And NXT is always better because Triple H is old school. He's given us that's what NXT is. I'm kind of getting tired of people coming into NXT, then getting a title or not, then coming up to the main roster. Like the crappy people go up to the main roster without even getting a title shot or even winning a title or even there long, and then the good people have to go through the whole grind and win it once or twice. And are they coming in? No, no. Honestly, I kind of miss the days when they just came up to the main roster. See, AJ Styles doing that was great, but no one else has done it, and it's kind of annoying. And
Yeah,
whatever
well,
happened to why not have people go
I
backwards?
thought that was
Why
supposed to be
not?
the outro, but you went completely left. I was trying to go for an
Well, no,
outro,
no,
and
because
you just added so much
they
more.
said the power to do that every night. They have the power to do that every night for a main event, for the match of the year candidate. They just need to do it
Tell them what
better.
your
It's
Twitter
just when
is.
you see it, you get excited.
Tell them what your Twitter is so they
My
can follow
Twitter?
you on
Oh
Twitter.
no,
You
my
don't know
Twitter,
what your
my
Twitter
Twitter
is?
is. No, I know what
You're
my Twitter is.
terrible. You don't know what
Thank
it is.
what? I
I'll
know what
put
my
it in the
Twitter is.
description. You don't
You
need to
making fun of
worry.
me?
It's going to be
It's at Killer
13.
Frost 13.
It will be in the
Yeah.
link in the description below. I'm going to add it in here. I'm doing it right now, so you guys will see it once it's on the once the stream is complete. You'll be able to see it. So, but yeah, okay. Well, we'll see what happens in the Rumble, and we'll catch you guys on the next stream. This is Drake 41. As for my homie Killer Frost, we are out.
That's me.
Later.